One of the topics discussed quite a bit at the Governor's Water Conference was eastern red cedar. Joining us now is Larry Sanders, our Ag Policy Specialist. And Larry, get everybody up to speed on how we got where we're at right now in terms of eastern red cedar.
Well, Lyndall, you know, this was one of those classic cases of good intentions gone awry. We brought the red cedar in for very good reasons, because it was rapid growing and we needed something for windbreaks in the last century. And it's become what most people probably consider one of our most serious invasive species problems now. The latest estimates suggest we may have as many as 8 million acres in the state infested, and it could take $400 million in initial treatment to resolve the basic problem, and maybe $30 million a year in maintenance. So this is something that many people in the state desperately want to find a solution to.
And of course, addressing policy may be a potential way to do that. As folks start to do that, do they look at the costs and the benefits then?
Oh, no doubt. And there are people on both sides of this issue. You know, there are some people who see this as a potential benefit for value added, because it's renewable energy potential. You can get aromatic oils, construction materials, mulch, habitat, windbreaks still for some people. But on the other side, this is probably one of the most serious extreme fire dangers that we have in the state, as we saw this past fire season. It takes away opportunities for owners on what they can do with managing their land. It reduces the wealth base in both the public and private sectors. So it has quite a bit of serious cost involved with it.
We've talked a lot about the different aspects of eastern red cedar on sunup. From a policy point of view, what do we do now?
Well, there are some people who want to go straight to finding a policy solution, and we do have interim studies underway. There will be legislation proposed again in the state legislature for this. But from my perspective, there's some very basic questions we need to answer before we get to that final point. One is, what is success? Some people would say eradicate it, get completely rid of it in the state. Some people say let's try to find a way to balance it so that we can get some of those potential benefits out of it while reducing the cost to so many landowners. And some people say, well, we really can't talk about eradication at this point. We probably just need to talk about managing it. So if we do that, then we need to decide, do we want to have voluntary or mandatory solutions? How much of the state and federal resources do we want to have thrown at this problem? And those are pretty basic questions that we need to get resolved before we get to the point of saying this is what the state has determined needs to be done.
Okay, a lot of analysis. Keep us posted from a policy standpoint. The issue's not going to go away, is it?
It's not going to go away anytime soon, I don't think.
Okay. Larry Sanders, our Ag Policy Specialist. Thank you.